Alrighty. We are finally live. Oh, a little late today, but that's just what happens sometimes. Let's get this art fired up, shall we? Very excited for today's work. I've been wanting to get down and do this piece for a while, but things would always keep getting in the way. And now, nothing's in the way. So, I'm going to be working on a tattoo today. A design anyway, to see what I can do. Let's adjust this camera so it's not a travesty. Okie dokie. That should be okay. I want to swap those. Let's see here. So, I want the height to be 14. Oh, I got to turn my chat on. Every time. Every time. Alright, let's get the chat loaded so I can actually see it and talk to people. It's half the point of doing this. Alright, Caster Labs is going up. Alrighty. Looks like it's all good. Alrighty. Now I just gotta reverse these numbers here because I want the height to be 14.3 and the width to be 10. 12. Oh, sorry, I'll have a cold and took some Neocitrin this morning to deal with the congestion, and it was nighttime, so it knocked me right out. Anyway, let's bring up some references as we get ready to get working on this tattoo. So this tattoo is going to be a nice composition made by Queen, the woman who commissioned it, and let's bring up her design. There we go. So that's her design right there, and that is what we're going to be giving our spin on. All right, now where are my other references? Because she gave me a whole bunch. I may have to go to the Discord in order to find it. Let's see. Yeah, I'll just go to the Discord to find them. Hey, Eels, give me one moment. Just gotta set up some references, and then I'll be able to chat better. This one for the colors she wants. All right, alrighty. Let's get going here. I think we'll have this one open rather than the other one. It should be good. All right. Okay. Almost. How's the music? It's not too loud, is it? I messed with my Spotify volume settings. Is the music good there, Eos? Okay, cool. Cool. Alrighty. Now I had made a couple attempts at this before, but I think I'm just gonna start fresh. Might be easiest to do that. I've been enjoying my more speed painty kind of sketching way, so I think that's going to be good for this project as well. All right. Did I ever take a look at the video that you sent and look at the timestamp? No, I haven't yet. I will make certain to do that more. Just been crazy going back to the bee work too. Sorry, I'll take a look at it. I will take a look at it at the end of the stream. 1,000,000%, yo. Sorry, man. It's been crazy. All right, let's see. How are we doing here? All right. Let's do fit screen. We can start there. Yeah, that should work. All right. Dive right in here. You gonna lurk? Well, appreciate you lurking away there, my man. Sorry if my voice sounds a little stranger than usual. I've got a fight in the middle of a cold right now, but the show must go on, as they say. The joys of child rearing means they bring all the germs home. And actually, when they do, they give them all to me. So, everyone likes that aspect of family life. I found this little funk playlist the other day, and I was like, oh, this is pretty fun. I like this. Decided to use it. Got some nice vibes. Alrighty. Can't go wrong with some fun trumpets in my mind. Now I know there's a mirroring tool in Clip Studio that makes it really easy to do these symmetrical shapes, but I've never used it. My daughter has, so she would know how to use it, but I don't. Alrighty. So that means rather than using any symmetry tool hacks in the program, I'll just be freehanding everything, so that's fine. The old way. No. Oh, come on, you stupid thing. There, Jesus. I need to fix that for future streams. Excuse me. Okie dokie. We're gonna get the basic sketch down. Hey, Josh Plays. What's up is I'm working on a tattoo for a friend, and it has Jinx in this hourglass here. She's going to be all reclining. This is the concept that friend sent me, so I will be putting this design of hers into my style for her. So oh, hey, friend of Eos. Oh yeah, hey. Nice to officially meet you too. I should have recognized the name. I just friended you on Facebook. Thanks. That's the hope, that I can get the art out there and people enjoy it. In Facebook, they showed me a couple of your some shorts from your stream. How you did you go through the whole? Did you go through all the 14 streaming it, or was it just a recent thing? Like, did you do the whole game that way? Almost caught up the MSQ. You just started up on Final Fantasy XIV last week. You just started 14 last week. You're already almost done. Very first stream in over 3 years. Oh, so you picked up basically. Did you just pick it up fresh, or where you left off? Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say, dude. Those are some big old streams if you got through all of FF14 in a week. That's some dedication, man. I've been wanting to stream another playthrough of it. Oh, 14 is actually where I met Queen for this commission as well. But I've been wanting to do another playthrough of 14 for my comic. So because I'll throw it on Diablos. I actually have some characters on Diablos. My main was originally on Diablos before I came up with the idea for headcanon. So headcanon, my Final Fantasy 14 comic that I'm working on. The idea was I would just chronicleize my time in the game and the stuff that I've enjoyed. And so what I decided to do was I wanted to do like a canonical story for my Warrior of Light. And so I started a new playthrough on Curl, as I knew some people on there, and I played it as I would complete everything, including all the side content, in the order it was narratively appropriate. So I did all the side content and all the expansions and everything, all the way up to the end of all the way up to Stormblood, before the Shadowbringers bug bit me and I bailed on the playthrough and just dove into Shadowbringers. And so, yeah, I documented the whole thing. This was before I learned how to record and get into streaming, but I documented it all in screenshots. So I have over 400 gigabytes of screenshots of my playthrough for headcanon. So it got so big. Yeah, it got so big and so massive that now looking back at the screenshots, I'm like, it's gonna take me a week just to sort through like anything. So I'm like, yep. I did do Hildebrand. My original playthrough, I did the Hildebrand up through, I did the ARR and Heavensward Hildebrand. I didn't get to it in I didn't get to it in headcanon. In my headcanon Alara. So, but now I've realized that it's probably going to be easier for me to just start and do yet another playthrough of the game than it is to sort through 400 gigs of screenshots to piece that storyline together for my character. And so I've got another playthrough, this time on Maduin, because I've got another free company I'm in there. And this time I'm video recording all the stuff that I'm doing. But I have my notes from my previous one, so I'm using that to guide my gameplay. So I've got myself a little book here, and my headcanon notes are this much of it. So, yeah. Final Fantasy 14 is a big game. Like, I've got notes on like what armor I was wearing at certain times and like how her reactions were to certain things, and I can't wait to put that into the comic. I've just been so busy trying to get all the other stuff that I've been working on that really been dragging my feet on headcanon and how best to tell that story. Because I've been working on my main book, Everett's Legacy, right? And that one, you would have seen, if you pop by my profile at all on Facebook, you'd see I've posted the first like 10 or 11 pages of that book up there. And so I'm trying to get that one done enough that I can publish it. So, and for that I need about 70 to 80 pages or so I need to finish in order to make a good graphic novel I can publish. So, for volume 1 anyway. So, but yeah, it's funny, my original main was on Diablos, so we could totally game together, man. Pick her right back up. The same character name too, so it's Alara. I've got like 5 of them. So I love her design, and so it's like, oh, if I have to make an alt, I'll just have another Alara. You say you're not a fan of the Hildebrand, eh? Is it just a little too silly for you? Because it's very silly. So you got to be in a good mood for. You got to be in the mood for Hildebrand. And one thing I found from, yeah, for sure, yeah. One cool thing I found with doing the side content though, is that, you know, there's a lot of the standard MMO like, oh, bring me like 8 Borasses or whatever it is, you know, you go and you pick up like your, you kill the mob for a couple times and you go back and it's like fetch quests a lot. But other stuff, by the same token, they sometimes have a lot of other quests and things that support the main story that's going on in that zone. Wonder if I can, like, one of my favorite zones because of this was way back in ARR in Little Alamigo. That's one of the best zones, and the opening zone for Ul'dah is really good for that too. How the side content integrates with the main story. So, like in Ul'dah, you have this whole side content that's the Silver Bazaar. So you deliver a letter to the Silver Bazaar from this guy who hasn't been able to go there for ages, and he's trying to encourage his friend to like leave it. And she gets all mad because like she owns most of it, and it's kind of, the town's not doing very well. It's being pressured by a lot of landowners to want to buy it all up and demolish it to make luxury homes. And so then you follow this quest of helping out this small town and fighting off some like organized crime and stuff like that. But that's the same town that you end up going to in the Gladiator quest when you're finding out about Alden, and the same organized crime group that you were dealing with that was trying to, you know, criminally buy up and everything for the Silver Bazaar, the same people that are there for Alden. And so that all connects back and forth in that way. And I'm like, oh, well, that's pretty cool. I like that. It's like, so much so that like it almost feels like it should be part of the canonical playthrough, with just how much it all feeds in that way. And so I really like that. Little Alamigo is another zone that has stuff like that. Like in Little Alamigo, when you're doing the MSQ, you end up to the point where that one woman, she's assaulted by the Corpse Brigade, and that sends all the other youths in Little Alamigo into a rage, and that's when they decide to finally attack the Amalia, right? And they do that in order to get the crystal so they can summon Ralgar in order to take back their home from the Empire, right? That's the Little Alamigan storyline there, right? We end up, you know, heading to where the Amalia are, rescuing the Little Alamigan kids, like Wilrid and all of that he shows up later. And so we save them, but if you go and you do certain quests in the zone, I've spent a lot of time in this game. So, but if you look at the MSQ there and you have that part of the story and what happened with the youths in Little Alamigo, and you go out and you do the fates that are scattered around the zone, the fates in the zone are the gathering of the leadership of the Corpse Brigade. The Brass Blades have been summoned and they need help in order to fight the Corpse Brigade. You also can sneak in and get a few items from their camp. Some quests need them to get some stuff. Then you have a few kidnapping story quests that tear off themselves in the fates from the Amalia, where they literally kidnap people from Little Alamigo in order to temper them for Ifrit. And so they all are covering the exact same stuff. So, well, I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by and give me something to rant about for the past few minutes. So it's good to see you. Hope to see you back, and see you online. I'll see you in game. So for me, I took that as like, I saw those fates and like, Alera's gonna go on a revenge arc. So rescues the kids, sees this woman was assaulted, and then is like, I'm not dealing with never and again. So she goes and just brutalizes their entire leadership in a big old revenge arc, and that was all in the story. That was really cool. So some side content bad, some side content pretty good. So thanks for stopping by. See you soon. Alrighty. Getting the base structure of our hourglass going pretty well. Let's add a splash of magical sand. Because we want something like... So with this, I want to maintain as much of Queen's design as I can, while still rendering it in my particular brand of art. And so that's the hope here. I'll change a few things around if I think certain positions might work a little bit better, but for the most part, I want to preserve a lot of how she designed it. Join Rothschild Discord. Thanks for the follow, man. Over on Kick, nice to see that it's getting some attention too over there. I need to double check that my OBS is actually making my titles proper, because I think I've had it where like I've changed all my stuff with my OBS. It's supposed to update the stream information, and then my YouTube has had like the same title for like 7 streams, and I keep trying to change the stream titles. So hopefully it's working today. I gotta figure out more stuff. I gotta update Kick with my banner and stuff too, just to make sure I'm committing more fully on every platform, because, you know, why not? Shouldn't half-ass anything, you gotta whole-ass everything. So, excuse me everyone, I'll be coughing every now and again. I've got a cold. My son decided to share, so doing wonders for my sensibilities there. Alright, I'll put the character line art on its own layer. Actually, I gotta sneeze now, so hold on. Oh, excuse me. Alrighty, so we want Jinx to be lying on her side. But enough that we can still see her face. Put that there. Let's zoom in and see what angle she used here. So, shame she isn't in the chat yet. I could ask her clarification, a few clarifying questions. So she has her on her, with her head on her back. Clearly sideways somewhat. Hey, Queen! I was just musing. It'd be great if you were here. So, it's about Jinx's position. So, this is where we're at right now. It is your drawing. You said you didn't mind to stream it, so I hope I wasn't too presumptuous in putting up your drawing there as a reference, because I want to keep it as close to your composition as possible, and I always show my references. Good. I figured you wouldn't, but I need to jump in there and make sure if I overstep that I can address that. So, but yeah, it's your art. It's going good. So, my question is, based on your drawing, you've got her pretty solidly in like a complete side profile, right? Like we're looking straight sideways to her with her head, and then you have her shoulder kind of up. So is the intent that you want her more flat on her back or more on her side, but her head turned just enough that we can see some of her face? Or were you envisioning a full side profile and you'd like to maintain that? Because it should be something like and you have come a long way in your drawing already there, Queen, so you must be practicing your heart out. I think I can start with this. Why don't we start with maintaining the side profile, and then we can see if we want to change any of the angles after. So she's holding something. So so here you have her holding something. Do you want her holding it and looking up at it? So like her arm is stretched up overhead? Because what we've got going on, we can have her more on her, so we can have her more on her back where her feet are kind of, because if she's flat, we can have her like kind of one hand here, one hand up, one hand like stretched up, holding the thing, and her face here, and she's like having her feet against the glass. Or we can have, I don't know if that's showing it well enough, or yours, the initial design seems like she's more on her side, right? So her hips would be kind of here, something like that. She'd be in on her side. Like she was rolling over, yeah. So on her side. So I see that she's holding something in her other hand. Since her eyes are closed, she's not looking at it, she's just holding it, right? Like she's not like inspecting it. She's just holding on. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah, I can, yeah, I see. So we'll put it here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I figured. Not everyone gets to come online and start drawing and pretend it's work, you know? Well, I'm not pretending, I'm trying to make it work, you know? All right. So, let's see. We'll get the boots going, and then we'll see if I can just knock out this positioning on her everything. It's way too small there. I like how that's going. I like that leg. Okay, let's see here. So, we want it to look like Jinx. So, it's got a short. Does this actually have her in profile? I think it does. Almost. Mostly in profile. This will be the most relevant for us. All right, let's see. I think I'm gonna need one more. No, I can just go. Should be able to just go. There. Hairline. Here. Oh, too far. So her lips are kind of low and thin. Her nose comes up and out. All right, let's dive in and see. Her eye closed, so kind of a peaceful look to her. Unusual for Jinx, but we'll try. Not too close to the forehead. There we go. Not the forehead, the front. The bridge. It's too close to the bridge of her nose. And you feel like she embraces her reality and she finds peace in breaking the cycle, as she puts it. That makes sense. We'll want to give her a nice... Yeah. I'll try to keep it serene. I'll depend on how well I can do the lips, because that can make an eyes closed piece turn into a serious face real quick. I'm so glad that I finally have the opportunity to come around here. Did you want the black makeup running down her face like in the end of the show? Yeah, you want the smeared stuff? Yeah. Like she's just been through a whole bunch. Like a ton of shit, you know? How it looks like in Spells 6. I'll have to look that up. I haven't watched the second season yet. I've been swamped with everything, so unfortunately I'm behind on my Arcane. The first season was so good, though. We're pursing her lips. Might have ended up with too much of a smile there, but I can probably shift that down. Profile is really tricky to do as well, but we'll get it working. It's good. I have to get caught up. Yeah, I really do. The problem is, I also have to get caught up on my pages because I'm behind on my page count too. Never enough time in the day, Queen. Never enough time in the day. I'm gonna have to tweak the jawline. I think might be ending up too masculine. We'll see. Oh, I think I know how I can help that. Ease it down here. I'm really glad that I found the space in my my schedule to get back down on here. This over the spring and the summer, I'm gonna make a big push to try to do a lot more commissions and try to get a whole bunch more to do. Just really embrace the whole professional artist vibe, right? While still working on my own book, obviously, but I realized that even if I fully make my book and it's like a couple hundred, like let's say I have a couple hundred pages done, the marketing piece is going to be the super difficult part of it. So if no one knows you online or anything, then as an independent creator of comics, it's going to be really hard to sell enough of your book for it to matter. So So I figure if I, rather than get myself into a situation where I have to do some other kind of part-time job to keep the lights going while I work on the comic and get it sold, why not just make that other part-time job freelancing? So I'm gonna really make a push to do a bunch of commissions this year, and I think it's better content for the stream usually, because you get such a variety of characters, and then I like that people doing art for, I can, you know, they can join me in the chat and they can hang out, and it makes it more engaging, I think. And so I think that has some good potential there. How does she look farther away? That. So I'm gonna be doing a much wider variety of art, but I'm still gonna stick to the fantasy. Try as much as I can to stick to the fantasy genre, but that's better. Yeah, and hopefully I can find enough people that need art done that I can keep the lights on while I'm not beekeeping. And that started back up, so that's fun. Excited to get back to that too. Although right now it's not exciting working the bees. It's just warehouse work, getting ready for when we get our packages delivered. We're literally buying just boxes of bees to throw in our hives. It's kind of funny. Nope, too heavy with that. Find that with color, I think. No, that's better. That's helping. So, let's see. Yeah, that works. That looks like it's gonna work. Okay. A little too high on her head. That's better. Because her eyebrow should align with her brow ridge here. Her eye should align with kind of the top of her ear. The hinge of her jaw and her eye should be the dimension of her ear. So that looks a little bit better. Now, is that straight? Yeah. Once we get to the rendering, I can probably youthen her up a bit, because right now she seems... The bare lines are making her look a little older than she is, I think. But we'll see where we go from here. I always liked the style of the show. I thought it was just artistically absolutely a joy to see it. Like, they knocked it out of the park with their style. Just incredible. Beautiful show. Gonna see how well I'm gonna be able to emulate the coloring style of Jinx, of Arcane and everything here. It's gonna be pretty neat to see. I've never tried to color in this style before, so I'm pretty excited about it. I have to redo that. Her hair should come around here. Nape of her neck. Alright, so what we'll do is... Nope. Why is it doing that? Bah! I backed it up too much. I wanted the character line on its own layer, but I forgot to do it. Alrighty. There, that's better. And now I need to... I think actually what I want... Yeah, I think that'll be better. Digital art is it's cheating. It's so fun. But it's 100% cheating. It's so funny. It's like, oh, I don't like how the angle of this. Well, I'll just move it. Just like that, and save myself hours of redrawing. So absolutely hilarious. Alright, so we need... Alrighty, let's see here. It's coming along, coming along. Alright. Let's look at her. So she's lying on her side, so she'll have that belt thing. So this belt thing will be here. Do you want her gun in the shot at all, Queen? The option will obviously be open, but... $2:05. Plenty of time. Fix that up afterwards. Go get in the detail work, then her big old thing of cloth. Let's see. There it is there. So it just goes Stop that. Okay, so cross is in the middle, so it shouldn't be here. Let's fix that up. All right. So that's actually way more forward on her hip because that's her side. How much on her? No, yeah, a little bit more forward. Because she's gonna go here. Her pants are actually lower than that. So. That's her hip. So on this side we need one overlap. Alrighty, working on these belts. It's always something fun with fantasy / cyberpunk, magic, punk, whatever the genre you call it. They always add a lot of belts. They're always fun to navigate as an artist. It's one of the funny things with doing so much stuff inspired by Final Fantasy XIV is that how do you send gifts to what? Like, what do you mean, how do you send gifts? So in coins, host gets paid. Oh, I don't have partner yet, so I don't have the monetization options on the channel yet. So through Twitch, there's no way to do anything like that. So what I need to do is I need to set up a donate button from my PayPal. That I can do until I get the monetization stuff. But you offered to pay for this work, so I appreciate the interest in giving gifts and stuff. You've already paid for you've already you've already offered. We already agreed on what on for this one, so you don't need to do anything more. I really appreciate the thought, but I'll send you an invoice through my PayPal once we're closer to done. I might do it sooner rather than later, just because since I'm new to PayPal, it takes like 20 days for the money to clear. So, but yeah, I'm not quite big enough. I just need a handful more viewers consistently on my streams, and then I'll have partner, and then I can activate then I'm pretty sure that's when subs and ads and stuff come on the channel and whatever. But yeah, for this piece, I'll just make you up a good old receipt, so to speak. The first part comes back, the belt comes down around. Around and underneath. No, that's too low. So it should be higher than the waist. So it should be up here. So let's put it right here so I can have some separation between these lines. But yeah, I'm not too far away from getting Twitch monetization, but because they made, not partner but affiliate, I think it's called. They made the new metrics pretty generous for us to start monetizing the content. So basically, you need like, I don't know how they calculate their average viewer metric, because sometimes some of my streams seem to have like, I get a handful of viewers that come in, and others, they're, you know, they stay fairly low just because it's hard to advertise and all that. And I'm trying though. But I've only been at it for 2 months, so, you know, been focusing more on making stuff than trying to get my face out there. But I'm trying to. I mean, Josh just hey, Josh just stopped by because of advertising, so it's working. But yeah, you need an average of 3 viewers on 4 different streams. So I don't know how they add it, because I've had a bunch of different viewers on different streams, but I think they have to be like consecutive. So like you need like a number of streams like in a row or within a very narrow time frame to have a certain viewer count, and then you can apply for affiliate. And then that opens up, like, I think that opens up channel points, and I think that opens up unique emotes and stuff like that. So it'll open up a lot of fun for the stream, which I'm excited for. That'll be cool. Design my own emotes. I gotta have like a, you know, make some sort of dancing Alara emote or something like that. Lean hard into making her the mascot. Funny story about how my profile picture came about. My daughter came in one day. She was playing Duolingo and just showed me this character that came up in Duolingo as part of the game, part of the app, as part of her stories, and it was that picture of this bald ginger dude with a beard. And she showed it to me, and I'm like, oh my god, that's me. We had a good laugh, and then I'm like, well, I have to take it. That's got to be my profile pic now. And so I made it so, and I have no regrets. Absolute hilarity of that moment. Now, initially I'd wanted to try putting this together in a more painterly way, like I did some of my speed paintings. But I'm really wanting to get precise in the line art here, because she's a pretty complicated design, so normally I think it looks really interesting for, you know, people who are browsing and passersby to see me just like splashing paint around and see things come together really fast. But I really want, and eventually I will get to that kind of a stage where I'm doing painting like that. But for this one, I felt I really wanted to I think we really want to get the line art super solid. It's going to give you the options of what style to keep working with and make work for this commission for you. The Switch notes again, one thing I gotta get on top of is I gotta find more, reach out to those clubs and different places in Final Fantasy XIV that run their little DJs and their little party places, and offer to do some art for them on their event nights. I think that would be a good way of advertising the channel and just having some fun. Getting some more art done. It'd be a neat way to have people that are just in the community and in the game stop by the stream, because, you know, hey, you're at this nightclub chilling out and having fun, and you won a raffle, and what do you get? Well, you can pop by to this stream and get your character drawn for you. So that's the general idea that I think would be a pretty fun thing to do. So you got to reach out to some of those. I'm in one that runs a lounge. I just gotta firm up, talk to them about when I can do it. Because yeah, I think that'd be a good way to get the word out about the stream, and maybe get some art enthusiasts to chill out. I'm debating streaming the game as well. Just been doing I have a couple game streams in my history, just trying it out. But we'll see. Doing the I should get a few more pages done of headcanon content before I go to stream it, because then I think that would be a good way of driving, you know, interest in the stream and things like that. Because if people see that the comic exists and they realize, oh, my character could be featured in it, that would be a cool way to drive engagement, where fans are like, oh man, I'd love the opportunity to have my character show up. Like, I really got to get to that party scene I want to do with our characters in Ishgard there, Queen, because I really want to put in the comic your Fantasia addiction. Like, I think the joke is so funny and would just be an amazing thing to do. I really want to do it, so. I want to revisit that joke I did years ago with Jack as well, where for the Christmas drawing that I did for the FC back in the day, where I made him just a gold statue because he was just bankrolling the entire FC with everything that he did. He was just in the game for the economics. So I want to revisit that joke too. A lot of fun times, which is, you know, the whole reason I wanted to make, well, half the reason I wanted to make the headcanon comic in the first place. The other half being, I figure it's easier to get an audience around an IP that people already like. So if I'm just doing stuff about things that people already like, it's easier for them to come and enjoy what I'm up to, you know? So that was the other reason I thought that doing headcanon would be a good idea. But I definitely want to revisit that joke I wanted to add to it that other than like people in the FC, like almost no one could understand Jack just because he only speaks in capitalism. And so I'd make him like speak with like dollar signs and like other signs for currencies and like graphs and stuff. I think it would be hilarious. But of course, Alara could understand because she's the Warrior of Light, right? So she can understand any language. So, it would just be funny. Because yeah, I have a whole scene planned with like us dancing meeting up and dancing in Ishgard because of the one time that Kuro gave his metal concert there for us when he was first debuting his bard band years ago. That was like forever ago, but I still have screenshots from it. That was back on Diablos. That had to have been back on Diablos. We've changed characters a fair bit. Like, we changed servers quite a bit. Yeah, we started on Diablos, didn't we? Or did I move to Diablos later? Because that was my earlier Alara, because I remember, because I don't have the... We started on Curl, okay. How did I end up on... That's interesting. So I'm like, how did my... Because the Alara that I did that dancing, that I went to that concert with, she's on Diablos right now, so I must have moved her at some point. Because I remember because of the glam that I wore at the time was like one of my monk glams, and I don't have that armor on my Curl Alara. I was never able to find it in the it never dropped for me. So I must have moved her at some point. Yeah, I'm not sure when that would have happened. It's not looking right there. Definitely started the FC. We definitely started in the FC Creed, didn't we? I'm not sure. Now that I think about it, I'm not fully sure where it all started. My current main, the current Alara that I log in with and play on, she was a recreation that I made explicitly for Headcanon. When I had the idea to do it, I'm like, well, I gotta chronicleize my playthrough so I know what she did in this XYZ. So I did that as a my challenge run of doing everything and taking the recording all the things that I do. And definitely the one that I went to the party with. Was I in Queensguard? Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I've been in a lot of FCs and it's been kind of frustrating in that regard because I'm like, I just want to like stay and have people that I can play with, and then it's like the FCs keep like changing and shifting and moving around and stuff. It's not looking right. I'm not sure. But however it happened, I'm glad that I met all you fine folks, and here we are with all these wonderful memories and jokes. That was a huge messy situation. Maybe you came on after, you rebranded, you were on Creed, you hated them, so left to make your own FC. Kruger started a huge fight with Jack, and then you rebranded the and then you rebranded the FC. So I know I was definitely there when you guys swapped, at least I think the second time, and you sold the house. I don't know when that was in the storyline of our 14 drama. When you literally, with your generosity, just bankrolled my entire playthrough because I was like around. It's funny, most of my money is still from the house sale that you gave me, which is pretty funny. Now you're broke. Oh no. Gotta shout at getting Jack back into the game. There we go. Get back into the game, we need money. Well, we'll see what 8.0 brings, right? Because Dawn Trail was kind of a miss in a lot of ways, right? So though the battle content's been so good, like the Arcadian is so much fun. Really cool characters there. Yeah, so since I messed up my my initial headcanon playthrough, I've been wanting to do a second one, just because sorting through, one, because I messed it up after Shadowbringers, but also because sorting through 400 gigs of screenshots is madness. it's little like mind-breaking. It's a mind-breakingly monumental task. So I've started a new playthrough on Madwin, just because I found an FC that was there. They're on like a bunch of different servers. They started on Adamantoys, and they went to Madwin just because Adamantoys and all of Ether is just completely full, so no one can make new characters on there. But the Madwin FC is so new that like no one's on when I'm on. So I'm like, this isn't working. But yeah, now that I know how to record my gameplay and stuff, I've been doing that to make the official documentation for headcanon, so I can use that. But I do want to stream it too, because that would be fun. Just to, if I'm gonna play the game, I might as well stream it, right? I mean, like, why not, right? All right, let's see. How are we progressing here? Our Jinx. Let's do a little bit of a zoom out. Oh yeah, I think this is coming along nicely. Let's see. There we go. Not too shabby, I'd say. Hey EOS, welcome back. Making progress. Yeah, EOS, what's up? No, I haven't yet. Haven't yet. I've been working on the other art, but I'll see if I can add it this week while I'm working with the bees. So. I mean, I've got lots of stuff that I want to, you know, lots of other art that I want to get to and all that, but I gotta fully close the book on your commission, I think, before I get too distracted in others. Well, no, you paid for it, so. You paid for it, so you need to get what you paid for. I said I wouldn't have a problem adding the character, so. So I'm not gonna make you wait too long. Gonna be striking a balance between my different different projects, so. Sure. Actually, that's too high. Something's off about how I have her back looking here, and I don't know what I'm gonna do to solve it.
Okay, let's see here. Just up on her shoulder. So I can do it around there. And there's a bunch of stuff around her neck. Okay. Just like Final Fantasy designs, always so complicated. But they definitely look interesting. How are we doing? 2:42, good. So the intent is to stream until 4 today, and then I gotta go pick up my kiddos. And the next time I'm streaming will be Wednesday or Thursday of next week, because I'm away doing beekeeping stuff. But art will still be getting done, just off stream. Because I have my little mobile office that I take with me when I go down to the farm. Not as fun to work on because it's a smaller display tablet. So it takes me a lot longer to work, but it's still way faster than what I used to have. Excuse me. And I'm really tempted to take my actual tablet with me when I'm down for so long, because I stay down there for about 5 days. Just so I'm on hand, because the farm is about an hour away, and commuting 2 hours a day, it would be absolutely a giant waste of everything. So definitely not interested in doing something like that, but basically I have a smaller tablet. The one I'm working on right now is an XP Pen Artist Pro 24. It's either 24 or 22. It might be 22. But it's big. It's big and glorious, and I love it. Well, that doesn't look right at all. That does not look right at all. Like that. How can this be on the same? It's not. That's weird. Okay, so it just... I don't understand how these things work. I tell Spotify to play a playlist. It's playing the playlist. And then it stops playing the playlist and just moves on to other stuff. Like... Okay. That's not what we were doing. So, good though, I guess? I was wondering what the hell was going on. It's like when you have a playlist that's entitled No Copyright Funk, and then you get some sort of crazy epic going on in there. It's like, something's not adding up. Okay, stuff. This shoulder perspective is causing me so many issues right now. Back, here, neck, traps, shoulder, rib, shoulder, neck, head, arm, shoulder blade, shoulder blade, trap, But it caked her up a bit too much. We'll see. Okay, so if I got my neck here. Excuse me. I think I made her a little too long, and that's causing issues. Redo her back to redo this whole part. Not working. So basically what I'm doing here is I wasn't liking where how her back was looking, so I basically just cut her into pieces, and we're gonna try to rebuild her. Better, stronger, bigger, stronger, better. Yeah, I think this looks better. This looks more natural. So I'm gonna have that go there. She's got her thing there. This thing comes back, connects here, goes back here. Okay. Okay, so God damn it. Well, that's really frustrating. I hate it when I do that. I put on the wrong layer. Well, that sucks. Now I have to redraw it. Oh well. We're committed. So, one of the joys of art is when things aren't working, you just got to try again. So, that's one thing that I really changed about how... Why is it... Okay, Jesus. It's just slow. That's something I changed a lot about in my art over the years, is my willingness to just erase and start again. Because it used to be I would be so oh, for fuck's sakes. I would be so concerned about you know, I don't want to ruin what I've got, that because you know, you put so much work trying to get the thing that almost didn't, that mostly didn't work, to actually work. And so, but I found that it's just better to oftentimes it's just better to start over. All right. And by taking that other crack at it, more often than not, you're gonna come out ahead. It's gonna work better, and you'll end up with a better piece by the end of it. Okay. It is frustrating though when you lose all that time. But it is what it is. But fortunately, being a digital artist means I can take the stuff that does work and just plug and play. Look at that. Look at that. Like it was meant to be. All right. Cool. Alrighty. Well, second verse, same as the first, you know? Back we go. Generally, you'll find the more times, oftentimes, not always a universal thing, of course, but oftentimes the more times you go over it, the better it ends up getting. So you're able to really fix your mistakes and missteps. I think I want her face to go in a little more than that. Oh, her nose should stop earlier. So the nose, the bridge of the nose meets right in the middle where the eye is. So that's where you should have your dip for where your bridge and your forehead starts. Try to correct that a bit on this one. But yeah, you can't be afraid to start over. Because then you'll just end up trapping yourself in with whatever you've got, and then you won't be happy with it. So, it took me a while to get to embrace that. I would always be too terrified to risk ruining what I'd already done. It's easier in digital art as well because you don't have to worry about damaging the physical surface that you're drawing on. Because if you erase too much, obviously you can break the paper. And then you're kind of like, well, that's less than good, right? But digitally, not so much of a concern. All right, we got one more hour, folks. Let's see how close we can get. That's my side view, Jinx. It's gonna be interesting trying to get her eyes to look as sallow, like as sunken in as they are. Lots of great artistic challenges waiting for me in this piece. Really, really glad that Queen asked me to make this for her. I'm also glad that it took me so long to get around to it now that I think about it, because I am just a better artist now than I was when she first asked me to do it. Okay, so I'll have to figure out. So that, tie that in with the arm, I think. No. But she should have a little bit of her. Should be. We'll get to that part soon. So I definitely like the positioning on the arms here, so we're going to keep that. And that's one cool. That's one thing that I really like about this art journey that I've been on these past couple of years is just how fast you can see improvement when you're really dedicated to something. Like, I've gotten a lot better than when I first wanted to start making comics and trying to get my art rolling. And that's very satisfying when you see that kind of thing. I mean, heck, the main reason I'm behind on my pages with my comic Evard's Legacy is because I've redrawn the book 3 times. Because by the time I reached the end of it, my art had improved enough that I found it jarring, the quality difference between the early pages and where I was at, that I just had to go back and fix it, because I want a relatively standardized kind of look for the book. So hey Eos, welcome back. I'll probably be able to add that character to your commission there, EOS, this week while I'm down doing B stuff. Because I always draw in the evenings. Basically, at this time of year, I work all the time. So, completely forgot about one thing for the banner. Another thing, EOS. What are you doing to me? It's all good, man. What do you need to add, dude? You got first viewer in the stream privilege with this commission there. You can change whatever you want with it, man. The top fan bonus. Add your cat in the Sea of Thieves side of the banner. Okay, yeah, I can add a cat. I could put the cat where the Minecraft guy used to be, or I could put him on the side with the pirate. Do you want him near the pirate, or do you want him near the pirate girl? Pirate guy? Okay, yeah, I'll tuck. Easy spot to put the cat. No worries. Just on Discord, just send me the reference for your cat, and we're good to go. I will have to. Okay, cool. I was just gonna say, at the end of those two, that's gonna be it for that one. I can't do any more alterations after that. It's for pro bono, just because it's a lot, and I gotta move on. And I feel that with what we have done with the banner and everything that's gone through, I feel you've gotten some pretty good value for your money there. So I'll definitely add the figure and the cat, and that'll be it for what you've paid. If you something occurs to you want to add something, then we can talk about what that'll be. So I love it. Your banner is like a is like a snapshot of your entire life. I love it. Check Discord. You sent the cat. Yeah, I'll check in a moment. I'll check in a moment. Excuse me. Almost time for me to take another Neo. Check Discord. Sent the cat. Let's see. Oh, wow. I was expecting a real cat. All right. Well, that just makes it more interesting. Yeah, I know, whereas we can add that for you, no problem, no problem. How low in the front does her shirt go? Just around near her collarbones, so that going there should probably go like that. Collarbone should be about here, so probably like that. It could be a little higher than that, I think. Yeah, we'll put it up here. Thank you. I had to tear her apart and redraw her, but yeah, she was, she's coming along really well. Had a couple errors and some, so I had to just, yeah, just tear it apart. A whole rant of, don't be afraid to destroy everything. But I've got it right. The next question is how I'm gonna make her, her bust work here when she's on her side, so. Hey, no, you grind it out. Having you in here is good, is fantastic already. Obviously, chatter is easier for me to make a more entertaining stream for passerbys, but yeah, because like you gotta ship them properly, but like you there's such a fine line between like it not being enough and it being too much, and so like hitting that exactly when it's like sideways and stuff. So yeah, where does everything go? So it's just getting that balance between having enough of her bust line that she's as feminine as she is, without overdoing it, right? It can be very easy to overdo it, and I hate it when people, I hate it when artists overdo, especially that aspect of a character, because it's like, okay, well, you took a character and made it not that character anymore, because you just completely changed their build. So like it blows my mind, especially like, you know, artists, they're doing like, you know, let's say that they're doing kind of like erotic or sexy work, right? It's like, okay, but the only reason people are interested in the character is because the character looks like the character. That's why they're interested in that character versus some different character. And so if you just dramatically warp them and change the character, then it's like, okay, that's not who they are anymore. I think it's weird. Like, I think it's weird. I never do that. I always try. If I have a character, it's got to look like the character, because that matters. I mean, I know if I ever had like other people interpreting my work and stuff like that, like I would be like, well, and they like dramatically altered how my characters looked, I'd be like, well, that's not the character anymore. I mean, it could be a cool version of them, but then it's like, but that's not them. Yeah, I mean, like, it's like if I did a fan art of myself with like a full head of flowing hair, I'm like, well, that might look cool, but that's not me, you know? That could be fun, but we all know that's not canonical, you know? Similar idea. Which is why I found it so funny when my daughter showed me the Duolingo pic of me that I use as my profile picture now, because I'm like, oh, that's hilarious. This game just created me. It's so funny. Yeah, I think like in certain in most contexts, like I vastly prefer keeping the keeping solidarity with the appearance of the character. But yeah, her bust is gonna be hard to do. Like this angle especially, because like she's literally down just on an angle, so you can see some of her, but not all of her. So it's like, where do I put it, you know? Yeah, that's what Queen wants. Is for that to be a tattoo. Now I wonder. Oh, I'm gonna have to make her way bigger. I thought I was messing that up. So, well, she's kind of close, but I think I should make her bigger. Because, like, if I go back to... So if I got the whole thing here, like, she seems like she's only taking up a small amount, right? Should I make her bigger so she fills, like, more of the... What do you think, Queen? Should I make her, like, a little bit bigger? That's what I'm thinking. Well, I'll finish inking what I have here, and then I'll try to make her bigger. Well, I guess I can just do the whole thing at once. Let's see. Let's move you first. And we'll make you a little bit bigger. Digital art is cheating, like it's so much more convenient than traditional media. It's crazy. Let's angle her head up a bit. I think that might work. I think that might be a good size, yeah. Excuse me. I think that's better, yeah. That should do. Oh, so Eos wants to show his tattoo. Oh, wow. That's going everywhere, dude. There's Eos's tattoo right there. I love how committed you are to your branding, Eos. Like 100%. Like you've got in 110% into your branding. It's so awesome. Yeah, you got the flames going down there, and yeah, that bird looks sick, dude. Nice. Nicely done. I love that. It's so funny. In a great way, in the best way. It's not done? Oh, is the flames gonna go higher? My brother recently added to his sleeve. He's got 2 sleeves, all with kind of Norse mythology and stuff on them. So he added some to them, and they're looking sick. It's flying out of a dragon skull? Nice. Yeah, that's gonna look peak. Be amazing when it's done there, man. I want a whole sleeve of your favorite women characters from the different shows and games. That would be sick. Absolutely sick. Well, you missed it. You should have got it you should have got it a day or 2 ago, Queen. Got another tat, but it's on your back. Yeah, a little hard to take those. What's funny is the only reason I don't have a tattoo is because of my inherent indecisiveness. So, as ex-military, right, like tattoos are everywhere, and everyone's got really cool ones and stuff like that. And so I always thought, well, if I ever got a tattoo, what I would want is I want it to have very, you know, a very significant specific meaning, and have it be designed by myself. And so I just never came up with a design while I was serving that fit the bill, so I never got one. So my own nature of no, it has to be super special made it too special to get. So it's like your entire personality, so it's easy for you. Nice. That's awesome. Like, I would have had to have gotten something about my family in it and things like that. But kind of worked out in the end, because I'm divorced, so kind of worked out in that way. Otherwise, there'd be some elements there that, you know. So I think I'll just remain free of the ink, but happy to design them for people. Because I've made quite a few tattoos, like designed quite a few tattoos for people in my day, just because the moment anyone in the military hears you have any artistic talent at all, like any artistic skill, they're like, can you make me a tattoo? It's like, immediately you're just set upon by everyone who wants a tattoo. So, it's pretty funny. Kind of flattering too, honestly, because it's like, wow, you like my art enough that you want it on your body, and like that's kind of super, like, I don't know what higher praise you can get for your work for someone to want your design, your artwork on their, like, to wear forever, you know? Super cool. So I always enjoyed designing tattoos, and I always want to put everything I can into them. Oh, you're able to send your back? Oh man. Tattoo showcase, let's go. Okay. That one is much smaller than the others. we go. Some stars and stripes motif there. Fallout theme. Yep. Oh, look at that. Yep. You're 1,000,000% on brand. It's so good. I love the commitment, man. You know what you like, and you like it a lot. That's great. So it's got kind of some vertical chunks. That was the first one you got? Nice. That makes sense. You know, it's nice to dip your toe into it a bit, right? My other brother has a whole full back tattoo. He's got like a kind of a zodiac themed thing all around in a big circle with a yin yang in the middle. He was really into some different philosophical stuff in his youth, so he got that done. So yeah, this is way better, way better. I'm so glad I made those corrections. See everyone? Any casual passersby to the VOD or just artists browsing by? Don't be afraid to restart. 'Cause it's so satisfying when you fix those errors. Because the angle of her back is much better now. It's flowing more naturally into her hips. I do got to shrink her butt a bit. I think I caked her up a little too much. We were just talking about you got to make them the way that they they look, and then it's got a little bit too much junk in the trunk, I think. So we'll adjust that too. It's funny because it's like, depending on the shape and how you do it, even like slim hips and butts can really, they can still pop as well. So it's an interesting balance to try to make that work. So I tried to go for it, and I relied too much on thickness rather than angles. That's fun. That's why we're here. Have fun with art. I want to say thanks again for everyone for stopping by and hanging out with me while I work. That's one thing as an independent artist and a freelancer, which I'm going to be moving more and more into, that when you first get into it, you don't quite realize, but when you work for yourself, by yourself, there's no workplace banter. You don't have any coworkers. So it's just you on your own doing your art, which is awesome in its own way, but it's also quite nice to just shoot the shit and just chat with people. So I really appreciate you guys stopping by and joining me while I get this work done. It's been a while since we just sat and hung out, both in the game and stuff like that, Queens. So glad that you were able to make it to the stream, even though I started 2 hours later than I wanted to. Oh, there's definitely workplace banter when I'm doing mine alone. You'll have a full... Oh. when you're doing your art, there's banter. Your inner monologue just takes over. Maybe that's what I need. I need to start just socializing with myself, develop another personality that I can just talk to. So what are we at so far? How long has it taken me to get Jinx going to this level? Not too shabby at all. 1 point out of my backpack is actually a Ulysses symbol from Fallout New Vegas, one where he leaves symbols for a safe path through stashes or danger up ahead. Right on. Cool, I love it. This is good. We're moving at a good pace because I solved a really big artistic issue with her pose. Got her face going well. And there she's going, so that's working well. And we have obviously the overall composition all done. In 2.5 hours is how long it's been to get us to this point. So not too shabby. Not too shabby. Oh, and now potentially we're nearing the hardest part in drawing a figure: the feet. Feet and hands. Always an issue. For every artist ever. Feet and hands. Much rather draw feet than the hands? To each their own. Yeah, see? It's one or the other will get you. Hands are difficult, but I wouldn't say I hate them. I have a problem with feet. Feet are my Achilles heel. Pun very much intended. It's like sometimes you can simplify them well enough, but like... All right, let's bring in this can. Yeah, just like that. I really overdid it. That's funny. That's really funny. Like, look at the difference there. Look how much. So, boop boop. That looks great. That looks like what she should have. So that looks exactly like what she should have. The thigh's a good amount. She's got the curve there. That looks smaller. Maybe too much here, but before it was a little much, I think. I shaved a lot off. That's so funny. Telling on myself here. I'm telling on myself. Oh, that's so funny. This come out a little more. No, not like that though, I think. All right, I'm gonna erase it just because it's distracting me now that I fixed it. So. There we go. All right, so. Alrighty, so now we're on our sketch layer again. So here we go. We've got her hip there, there, pelvis coming around like so. Her hip bone going there, into her knee, other one there, into her knee. This goes sideways, I think. Yeah. You understand that I had to remove it. It was way too distracting. Okay, so then we've got this here. The calf coming down. Oh, don't thicken the calves either. She's a skinny little thing. Yeah, I find feet more often than not really difficult to do. I've gotten way better at it though now than I used to be. So that's at least something, but because feet, the hardest part, like with feet and hands, there's always foreshortening. So you always have to balance trying to make the foot the right size, but there's so much of it that has to be distorted by how it sits in space. So that always makes it... Oh man, her boots are enormous. Let's add a bunch of tread to that. Forgot how big her freaking clompers were. No, okay. So yeah, yeah, that should work. Her other shoe, how did you have that in your design? Oh, with just it close and... Okay, kind of same vibe. Ankle should go, that's where the foot should go. Feet are so hard. These are coming along all right, though. I think we're gonna be okay. I think that's gonna come along all right. Let's see what it looks like. So now with this, of course, I mentioned it early on when we were chatting about the commission and such, but I can try a couple different coloring styles with it if you like, or I could go straight to try to emulate the Arcane look, because I think you probably want to emulate the Arcane look versus my usual comic kind of rendering. Is that still the case, Queen? I mean, for my own benefit, I should try it anyway. For the coloring, do you want me to try to emulate Arcane style? Yeah. As much as I can. Cause like I can quickly color it in my style, but I don't know if that's the kind of look that you'd want. So I'm starting to get pretty good at slapping down the colors the way that I do Alara and all of them. It's not that. I can do both. It's not that hard. I feel I should try to do the Arcane ones. I mean, part of the reason you want Jinx on there, I assume, is because you really enjoy the show, right? So having the render for your tattoo be in that same style kind of seems very fitting, right? Like, I think I am going to try to emulate their style just for my own artistic curiosity, unless you explicitly tell me not to. It's such an iconic and really captivating style, I find, that I'm kind of excited to give it a try. If that's how you feel, you respect that, but it is my art at the end of the day, so approach it how you're most comfortable. Well, I appreciate the sentiment, but the caveat being is that you want this to be art that goes on your body, so I know that what I do isn't going to be exactly what shows up in the tattoo because I'm not the tattooist, right? But if you want for your tattoo artist who actually puts it on your skin to emulate the Arcane style, then oh yeah, I should go and check on that. Hold on, I have I'm gonna quickly get out of my chair for just a moment just to check on something. I think everything is fine, but I have a brisket that I am cooking right now, and I want to make sure everything's good with that, so can't wait to see how it turns out. My first time ever doing it. Yeah, so just give me one moment, folks. Right back. Oh, it's looking good. I can't wait. Cannot wait. I'd say it smells good, but I don't know because my cold is making I can't smell anything. So the real tragedy. Other than that, the day's been going great. Drawing all our little eaglets here. I think that's how they're pronounced. I seem to remember that from an episode of Pinky and the Brain. I feel I should maybe clip that whole exchange where I made the corrections to her hind end, just because that was pretty funny. Might make a good short out of it. It's funny though. So I have my my brother's coming down and he's playing some hockey here in town. They've got like a charity event where each team that enters the kind of the tournament or whatever it is, they each get to play with an NHL player, and so he's coming up to participate in that because he lives out in the boonies and whatnot, and I'm in town, so he's coming up. So I gotta sort the house out for him for when he shows up. Otherwise, I'd be back on here streaming later today. I'd be streaming again at about 8:30 or so, but maybe I still will be able to. I'll let you guys know if I do decide to stream again that late. Because if I do go back on stream again tonight, it would be I would keep working on this piece just to keep it all thematically linked, you know. And of course to make progress on it. Oh, she is looking great. I'm gonna have to spend more time on her face, I think, just because of to make her look more like the character. But so far, this is going well. I'm very pleased with where we're at. I definitely got to find more funk playlists. Started off streaming mostly with like some metal and stuff, but it was hit and miss because sometimes you'd get like new metal or you'd get the more melodic kind of metal that had good melody to it, and then other times it would just be like out of nowhere it would be death metal screaming and stuff. I'm like, it's a little too random and intense for the passerbys on stream. Not gonna attract too many browsing folks if I have tons of crazy shouting going on in the stream. So, but this funk, I think it's fun. Love this stuff. Well, it's gotta look it. Your tattoo artist is gonna do the same thing. So even if it's gonna end up a little small and we may not see all these details that are in it, for me, as an added perk for myself, yeah, I think the funk is a way better idea. It's just fun. For me though, even if I put more details in than you need for a tattoo, I get to show it as a portfolio piece, right? So I can be like, hey, look at the thing I did, and so I get to show off all those details myself. So, and I can show people, yeah, I can make art like this. and really take off because of that. Like, I want to use I want to use the like, I want to use this piece here when I'm finished with it to show people, to try to get commissions and stuff. Be like, yeah, you know, I did this for a client and XYZ, so I can show it as a portfolio piece. So you're getting all the detail efforts here, Queen. That's how we roll these days. There we go. Look at that boot. Just like that. Let's see what it looks like, just on its own. Oh yeah. Almost. I shouldn't spend too much time varying my playing around with my line weight, because this piece isn't going to be relying on line in the same way that my usual stuff does. Because yeah, I tried with like some no copyright rock or stuff like that, but then the lyrics would always sometimes happen and be this stuff, or like the lyrics would be things I don't really want to have on the stream and things, and I don't have time to just like vet all the sound before I use it. So the funk, though, it was mostly instrumental with some like vocal sounds, so I was like, yeah, let's go. Really nice nice playlist, so I'm quite pleased with it. All right, let's. I'm just improving the line weight here, that's all. The jokes write themselves, it's so fun. All right. We almost got her done in the time we had on this little stream here. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to call it there. Maybe I can try to see if I can get the chest to work first before I dash off. I know, but I got dadding to do. I'm sad too, I want to keep going. This is flowing really well. And the funk is also really good for just for the vibe. It's really easy to draw to. But yeah, so I've got this. She should come out maybe higher. I can squeeze a few more minutes out. My son, he plays Dungeons and Dragons with his daycare on Thursdays, so I don't have to pick him up until about 4:50 or so. But usually I hop off stream to make sure I have everything in order before I head out to do that, to pick him up. It's one of the most irritating things. Like, he plays with his friends, and he's like, yeah, I got lots of people to play with, and he plays that game. And I keep telling him, I was like, oh, we should play together. Let me run a game for us. And he's like, nah. I'm like, what? Why not? I think it's just because he doesn't have his friends to play with, so doesn't really... He's like, it's just, you know, you, me, and my sister kind of thing, and he's not that enthused with it. No, that's not right either. Oh, angles are hard. Yeah, I never played it. I never played it. I don't know if MOBAs would be my thing. That's what it is, right? It's a MOBA, right? I do like RTS though, so if it's kind of similar to an RTS, but like more character-based, then I should just watch Rainer play it a few times. So Rainer is a professional StarCraft 2 player that I enjoy watching, and he also plays a lot of League of Legends, so I could get a look at what the game is like by watching him stream. But no, I never played it. Never played it. I don't think I ever played Dota either, which I think was like the precursor to League. I'm not sure. Not up to date on my MOBA histories. Okay, so come on, let's figure this out. So if this is coming down here, we have that there. So that means her shoulder is here. I need a different color. Let's go blue. Blue might not work. Let's see. Oh, I can't use a different color. Yeah. All right. So her shoulder blade would be here. Armpit here. The lower part of her rib cage here, wrapping around. So that's the ribs. Her hip is up here. That would be where her hip bone would be. So then if that's her rib cage coming around, looking at, that's her rib cage coming around here. So then that's her sternum. Her sternum's here. The other part of her rib cage just continues around here. Okay. So then she's on her side rolling over. Because for her, collarbone, neck, arm. She's a skinny little thing, so for her, the bust starts at the armpit, probably only be like that. I think would be her sizing. So then if I did from the side, that's too stretched. Fix that. So then here, neck. Collarbone, she would be here, maybe only like that, 'cause she's got her shirt goes down here, you can see she's only like that. Okay, so then so then basically we'd be looking at She's a little bit above where her elbow would be. So rib cage here. This line here should be where she comes down to. Come on, let's get everything but her other foot done. I mean the hands. All right, so if that looks good for her ribs, then she should kind of come out a bit like this. That there, that's her rib cage. She should come out a little bit like so. A little bit like that. Across. Wouldn't be up that high though. I think we've almost figured it out. So it's reasons like this why when you go to like art school, you spend so much time doing figure drawing. It's because you literally have to know how to do everything in order to make figure drawing work. It's like you have to do freaking everything in so many different ways. I think I got it. Let's see. Ah, wrong brush. But then once you figure out how to make figure drawing work, you can literally draw anything, so that's helpful. Angle on this part doesn't look right, so I gotta fix that. That should come out more like this. Alrighty. We've almost got it. Okay. I think we got it. I think we got her. Let's see. Hey, what do you know? I think we got it. Yes! I am pretty pleased. Through the power of funk. Alrighty. Nope, not there. All right, not bad for day one. Hey, look at that. I think it's going well. Made some good progress. I think the face even vaguely looks like the character, so we're in the right realm. Right dimension. All right. I'd love to stay and keep drawing for all you fine folks, but unfortunately, I have fathering to do, so I gotta go and pick up my son and carry on. Thank you, everyone, for hanging with me today while we worked on this wonderful commission, and thank you, Queen, Eos, as always, and everybody else that stopped by. Josh, thanks for the follow and come to say hello. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for that. I'm always trying to get the word out and just finding more people to do art for. So lots of fun. I'm so glad with where this happened, because I tried earlier. I tried a little while ago and it was not working, but this one is so much better than the first time I took a swing at it there, Queen. So I'll let you know when I'm streaming your tat again the next time, and we'll carry on. That way you can keep seeing it as it develops, and we'll keep having fun with this. So thanks again, everyone. Really appreciate it. Now off to go and pick my kiddos up and feed them some brisket. So, oh, before I do anything, I gotta save this thing. I definitely do not want to risk do not want to risk this. 3 hours well spent. So, and as an aside, it's another cool thing about doing streams like this is people can see how long it takes to make art and to make the kind of detailed art that people really like, and so it's a cool way of giving some perspective to everybody. So, oh, I should send you that. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'll send you that. I can extract that right now before I pick the kids up. I'll do that and I'll send it to you. So I got it saved. Everything good. All right. End the stream. Thanks again. Longest outro